Tony Stewart's latest Racers Roundtable features Lynn St. James, Sarah Fisher, and Linda Vaughn. NASCAR champion Tony Stewart joins motorsports queen Linda Vaughn and former IndyCar racers Lynn St. James and Sarah Fisher for a new episode of the streaming series Racers Roundtable that debuts today. This special holiday episode sees the women share stories about how they got involved in motorsports and how they see things changing for women in sports. Racers Roundtable, The Car Doesn't Know the Difference airs Wednesday, November 27th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on MAV-TV, and it's also available via YouTube TV, Hulu Plus Live TV, Spectrum, DirecTV, Verizon, Uverse, and many more. All 9 episodes will be available through the MAV Go app and the MAV Select streaming channel. As we head into Thanksgiving weekend, ideally you're looking forward to holiday dinner conversation with your family. If your relations aren't your favorite folks to chat with, though, perhaps you'd prefer to sit around a table with NASCAR champ and active NHRA driver, Tony Stewart, along with the queen of motorsports, Linda Vaughn, and not one, but 2 women who competed in IndyCar, Lynn St. James and Sarah Fisher. Stewart co-hosts Racers Roundtable with another champion, IndyCar, then kart, racer Danny Sullivan. The show debuted on MAV-TV in October 2024, and they keep adding new episodes with legends of racing and active competitors. For the holiday episode, Stewart invited Vaughn, St. James, and Fisher to share stories about how they got involved in motorsports and how things are changing for women in sports in general. It's a non-stop conversation, with Stewart occasionally left speechless by his guests. A particularly funny moment is when Fisher says having babies is the hardest thing she's done in motorsport, and Stewart, who just this month welcomed his first child with wife and fellow dragster driver Leah Pruitt, looks visibly worried. Through most of the show, though, Stewart does a good job of giving the women time to talk, and it's interesting to hear their different takes on what success looks like in racing. Fisher grew up in a motorsports family and had the support of her parents to start racing at an early age. St. James came to it later. She talks about how increased visibility of motorsports as a career choice would have made a difference if she had known it was an option to drive cars for a living sooner, and that she thinks it is more of a common path now for young women with positive results. Vaughn tells a great story about going to driving school, not so that she could compete, but so she could knowledgeably talk about racing in interviews and on TV, and thus bring attention to the women who were racing at the time. "I was so proud of y'all," she says.